Hey, what's up guys, it's Carson, and today I am making my 10 months on testosterone video. So first, we will start with the voice update.
My name is Carson, and this is my voice pre-T. Hey, what's up? My name is Carson, and this is my voice 5 weeks on T.
Hi, my name is Carson Harris, and this is my voice 2 months on T.
Hi, my name is Carson, and I am 3 months on testosterone.
Hi, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 4 months on T.
Hi, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 5 months on testosterone. Hey, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 6 months on testosterone. Hi, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 7 months on testosterone. Hi, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 8 months on testosterone. Hi, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 9 months on testosterone. Hi, my name is Carson, and this is my voice 10 months on testosterone. According to the app, my voice has dropped just a little bit within the last month, but for the most part, I think my voice is pretty much where it's going to be, and I've said that before. It's fluctuating like a little bit, but I'm starting to feel used to my voice. When your voice is in the process of dropping, it doesn't feel right. You don't know what pitch is going to come out. Like, you might think a high pitch is going to come out and a low pitch comes out and your voice cracks a lot and it's scratchy and it just feels like you're in the process of losing your voice, and I'm finally starting to feel back to a normal voice. So I do think that my voice is pretty much done dropping, but I think it might just fluctuate a little bit until it's like fully settled in where it's going to be, or maybe voices just normally fluctuate between the months. I don't know, but I haven't really started singing again, but I do think I might try to learn how to sing again soon. I've done a few things, but it's still kind of hard to sing because I'm not 100% used to my speaking voice yet, but I'm starting to get more used to it, so pretty soon I might try to start singing again. I've been on 0.3 for, I guess, at least a month, maybe a little bit longer. I haven't gone up to 0.4 yet, because if I bumped up to 0.4, I would run out of testosterone before the next time I go to the doctor. I'm sure I could just call them and ask for a refill, but I don't really like calling doctors, and sometimes they don't answer, and then they, like, flip you around between a bunch of different people in the office before you can actually finally get someone. So, I don't know, just to be safe, I'm just going to stay at 0.3 till I see them. Now, the next time I see them, hopefully I will have 3 months in between my next visits. I think this one was like 4 months, and they only wrote me a prescription for 3 months, so, well, it would be 3 months if I went to 0.4. I could stretch it out to 4 if I stay at 0.3. So basically, I'm going to stay at 0.3 until I see them, and then I'll probably bump it up to 0.4. So because of that, there's really not that many physical changes. I mean, I don't know, at this point, I'm kind of thinking, like, I'm just kind of done with changes, like at least really noticeable changes. Everything's probably just going to be slow from here on out. I'm still going to go ahead and make update videos up to at least the year point just because I want to, but I don't think I'm going to have that many physical changes even up to a year. So yeah, when I think about physical changes, I don't really think I've had any this month. Like, hair is pretty much exactly the same. My eyebrows are the same. My facial hair is slightly more. I did actually take some pictures. I let it grow out for like maybe 2 weeks. It was super patchy, but I just wanted to see where it could get because I shave it at least once a week, if not twice a week. And I'm kind of to the point where like I want to grow facial hair, but it's so patchy and it looks so bad that I just clean shave it for now. Maybe when it gets more full later, I will try it. I want to grow a chin strap or at least sideburns, but the only thing I really grow is like a little bit of goatee hair. And it's so thin and patchy, and it's really blonde, and you just really can't see it. I grow nothing from like here to here, and then I do grow sideburns, but again, they're like really thin and patchy. I think I am going to go ahead and put some photos in of when I grew it out for like 2 weeks. I did have to put the flash on for you to see the hair, so it's like it's going to look darker in the pictures, but you can at least see the hair, because it's like, if I don't turn the flash on, you really can't see it at all, because it is blonde, like it just is. And I even bought some facial hair dye, and I tried to dye it just to see if it helped, and it really didn't, because it's just so thin of hair. It didn't really do anything. Now, I did dye my eyebrows with it, because I dye my hair. I personally think darker hair looks a little bit more masculine, and I just like it on me. So I went ahead and I dyed my eyebrows, because I've been filling in my eyebrows for like years now, and I've had other girls tell me, like, I could tell you fill in your eyebrows, and I don't want to look like I fill in my eyebrows, so I dyed them. I don't want to go too dark and it look unnatural, but I think it's a little bit closer. I still think I might go like 1 shade darker, but yeah, bought facial hair dye, and it didn't do anything for my facial hair, at least yet. Body hair, like, it's pretty much exactly the same as it was last month.
again, like you can see it, but it's easier to see if lights on it. Leg hair is about the same. I don't think I've really had any more bottom growth, which for me is good. And I actually do think maybe my sex drive has finally decreased just a little bit. So those are mostly my physical changes. Pretty much not really anything there. Mental changes. I don't know about like changes, like as in it's a cause from the testosterone, but this past month I have not been doing very great mentally. I haven't been doing great mentally for like a couple months. A lot of that I think is just like work stress. I don't know. It's after the holidays now, but like work is still just being obnoxious about, I don't know, freight and stuff, like getting freight out for customers to buy, and it's just, yeah, so, like, bosses are just, like, in this mood, and I think it's just messing with me mentally, so, like, not doing the greatest there. Since this was a new year, I told myself at the beginning of January I was going to stop using the female bathroom, and I have stuck to that. I do consistently pass as male. If someone doesn't know me, they always call me sir, he, so I'm like, I know I should be fine to go into the guy's bathroom. So, I started using the guy's bathroom. The very first time I did it, I really was like, man, should I just detransition? Because it just gave me so much anxiety. Like, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt more uncomfortable in the men's room than the women's room. Even though women look at me weird in the women's room, I don't know, I just feel like if a woman wanted to be like, oh my gosh, you don't belong here, like, I could pull down my pants and be like, oh my gosh, yes, I do. Like, I can't do that with men. And, like, if a woman wanted to, like, physically assault me, I could probably defend myself against a woman better. So going to the men's room for the first time was like super anxiety inducing, and like I just sat there and I thought like, oh my gosh, like I should just detransition. Not because I want to, but because transitioning is freaking hard. And I don't think a lot of people talk about how transitioning is hard. Maybe it's not hard for everybody, but for me, like it is. It is emotionally and mentally exhausting to try to live this life of being a man when I've never been a man before. And I really do truly wish that I had transitioned at a younger age, because I think the younger you transition, if it's right for you, the easier it is for you to learn how to be societally accepted as the gender you want to be. So transitioning at like 28 and living almost my whole life as female, like I did socially transition as male from like 14 to 18, but to be honest, no one accepted me as a man back then. Like I still went by she, her pronouns, even when I looked like a guy. I only got he, him pronouns when I was out in public and people didn't know me, and my mom would always shut it down and be like, that's my daughter, that's a girl. So like, I'm not used to hearing he, him pronouns. I don't know how to act around guys. Guys in high school still treated me like a girl. Everyone pretty much thought I was a lesbian. So even though like I knew I was trans, and I did tell people like, no, I'm trans, like I want to be a guy, there wasn't enough trans resources back then for me to know how to like go by he, him pronouns. I didn't know anything about packing. I didn't really know anything about binding, so I did it in an unsafe way. And I detransitioned because I just got so tired of like the pressure of like, I felt like a super in-between gender because I wanted to be a man, but I wasn't a man and I didn't know how to, yeah. I think it makes sense, but so I was feeling those exact thoughts after going into the men's room. But I've been using the men's room now for like 2 to 3 weeks, and it's gotten better. I mean, I'm still not super comfortable in there. So like I had a bunch of my cis guy friends tell me, like, look, this is what you gotta do. You just gotta hold your head up high. You gotta walk in the room like you own the place. Don't make any eye contact. Just walk to the stall. You know, if they're full, just check. If they're full, then just walk out. Like, it's not that weird. First couple times I went in there, the stalls were empty, so I go in there. But then the other anxiety hits me of like, do I stand and pee and have some guy maybe think that I'm weird for peeing in the stall? Or do I sit and pee, and then while I'm sitting and I'm peeing, because I chose that, I'm like, I feel like my urine sounds like a girl stream. Because they do really sound different. And I'm like, I'm probably thinking way too much into this, because then the guy sits in the stall next to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like he might know I'm a girl over here, like he's listening to my pee stream, and he's like, there's a girl next to me. I don't think that's like what happened at all, but these are the anxiety thoughts that are going through my mind. And then I'm like, do I sit here for like 10 minutes so that at least it seems like I took a dump? Or do I just get up and then maybe that guy's like, man, did that guy just sit in there and pee? Or even worse, does he think there's a girl in here? So like these are all the anxiety thoughts that are going through my head, and I'm like, I should just detransition because like I cannot handle this. But it gets better. So I used the stall for the first couple times, and like I sat to pee, but every single time I would sit and pee, I still would think like, I'm afraid this guy is gonna like noticed that, and I've even asked some of my guy friends, so like, if you take a dump, do you pee standing up and then sit down, or like, do you sit down and pee and then take your dump? Because I'm just afraid if I'm sitting and I'm peeing that guys are gonna think that's weird. And there's so many articles out there, and like, you can talk to cis guys, like, yes, cis guys do sit and pee, that's not that weird. It kind of depends on the guy you ask, because yes, I have found things in like the FTM Reddit about how like, oh, no, it's not that weird to sit and pee, or it's not even that weird to stand and pee in the stall. There's some guys that just have like pee shyness, and like my brother who's cis, he's one of them. He will not use a urinal. Okay, yes, but then there are other guys that are on the opposite side of the spectrum and do think that's weird. I've read other things where like, I read this, and it wasn't even an FTM Reddit, it was in a different Reddit, and it said like, hey, I was in the bathroom and some guy, he like stood and he peed in the stall, and then some guy said something to him next to him about like, peeing in the stall is a beta alpha move, and like, then he said something back. Okay, so like, if that happened to me and some guy called me a beta male, I would just be like, accurate, I guess, because like, yes. So like, that just induced my anxiety of like, I really feel like I need to learn how to use the urinal. So, as I said in my last video, I've bought 4 STPs now. I think I'm even going to buy a 5th one. I really like the 4th one I bought. I have used the urinal with it twice. I'm super comfortable with it. I've never leaked. It's super easy to use. It's not that bad to pack with. The only problem is when I pack with it, depending on the direction I can sometimes feel my growth rub up against it, and it's not painful, but it's not comfortable. But that has really helped my bathroom anxiety, is just knowing that I'm wearing something that I can stand and pee with. Even when I went to the stalls, I was still wearing it because I just felt comfortable knowing like, I do have a dick. Even though it's prosthetic, I have a dick and I belong in here. And that helped me. But hey, if you're like totally comfortable going into the bathroom and you just want to sit and pee with your, genitalia that you have, that's totally fine. But for me, that helped me a lot. And yeah, I've used the urinal twice, and it was so liberating. I felt, the first time I waited till no one was in there, I had no issues with it. The second time, I've used the urinal, I think 3 times now. The second time, there was a guy in the stall next to me, and I was like super nervous and like super shaking, because I'm just like, what if I leak on myself, even though I've never leaked on myself with this STP, because it's great, and I'm going to make a review on all the STPs that I have, because I love it. And then the last time I used one, I was like done, but then an associate came in and went to the one right next to me, and I've heard that is not proper urinal etiquette. But the thing is, like, we have like 2 adult urinals and then 1 kid urinal, so I don't know if like it is proper etiquette to stand right next to somebody, since you'd have to use the kid urinal. And I've never used the kid urinal, but in the other bathroom there's only 1 of each. So if the adult one's taken, like, do you wait for it or do you use the kid urinal? I'm sure I could use the kid urinal, but it's like further to the ground, so you'd have like splashing. I just don't want to splash on myself. So anyway, yeah, it's great. But I do think I might go ahead and buy the Real Magic, which is like $500. I already asked for the silicone samples. They should be coming in the mail soon, because I want to color match this thing. That is the only thing I don't really like about the one I have, is like, I do think it's a little too light for my skin tone. I don't think it is the most realistic looking. Like, it would pass a glance test for sure, but I would just feel better knowing like it's super realistic looking, and the fact that you can like adhere it to yourself would make me more comfortable. I don't think I'd ever drop my STP, but man, that'd be super embarrassing if you're like peeing and you just dropped your dick in the floor. So the fact that you can glue it to yourself, and that it looks super realistic, and from everything I've heard, it's like apparently the easiest thing to pee with. But STPs are, I'm trying to think of like the word for it, individual, I guess. Like, if someone loves one STP, it might not work for you, but then someone else might like hate an STP and you might love it. And that's the thing that sucks about STPs, and that's why I had to buy so many of them, because I'd read reviews and I'd be like, okay, everybody says this is a really good STP, and then I bought it and I couldn't get it to work for me. Or like, I loved parts of it, but I hated parts of it. So I finally found one that, in my opinion, it's the best one for me so far, and it's not even that expensive, but I think I am going to go ahead and fork out the money for a more expensive one, just because I actually really do like wearing an STP. But yeah, I will make a review on all 4 of my STPs, just because I don't want other people to have to spend the money. It sucks that I've probably spent like the $400 alone on just the 4 I have, and now I'm going to spend like another $500 on another one. But unfortunately, like I said, that's just how STPs are. You have to find the one that works for you, and it's not like you can try them out because they're prosthetics. If you don't like it, you can't just ship it back, so you're kind of stuck with it. You could try to sell it on, the internet or whatever, but that's just, yeah. So that was, like, the biggest, I guess, milestone for me so far, is I finally am getting more comfortable using the men's bathroom. I mean, I'm still not like super comfortable in there, and I haven't used the urinal yet with like a guy next to me. Like, there hasn't been a guy in there using the urinal and then me like gone next to him. I feel like unless I had to pee super bad, it'll be hard for me. Like, I'll probably stand there for like a minute and it'll just like take a minute. And even though I have an STP and I'm super comfortable with it, standing to pee is still like, it's weird. Like, my body's like, whoa, what are we doing? Why are we standing? Like, that's not how we pee. And I'm like trying to train it. Like, yes, we stand and pee now. So like, you're just gonna have to get used to it. But yeah, so I'm starting to feel better. That like whole like detransition thing only lasted for like 1 or 2 days when I was just like, I hate the men's bathroom. Okay, first of all, it's gross in there. I feel so weird. I feel like guys know I'm a girl. I have to sit and I have to pee. But like, I got over it. So, I mean, if you're feeling really uncomfortable with the bathroom, it gets better, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, I still am not like, oh, super confident to go into the guy's bathroom. But, I mean, honestly, I still feel like at this point I'd probably still feel more comfortable in the women's bathroom. But it's like, it's something you have to do in your transition. When you start to pass, you have to learn how to use the bathroom of your gender. So, yeah. Okay, so this video is starting to get pretty long. That's pretty much like the main thing I wanted to say, though, is like, use the men's bathroom, doing decent here. I mean, no one's looked at me weird, but I will say, like, a lot of men say like, oh, you just go in and you pee and you get out. I mean, I have seen guys like picking at their face in the mirror, and like some dude was just walking around in the bathroom one day when I was in there, and he was like, what's up, man? And I'm just like, okay, I can't pee till you leave, because I'm not gonna pee with you just standing in here. That's weird. I've heard guys have conversations in the bathrooms, so like all this etiquette that I read about, it seems like it's mostly true that guys walk into the bathroom and just pee and get out, but that's not like 100%. It makes me kind of uncomfortable when like I have to go pee and there's just some dude just like standing around in there. I don't know if I could use a urinal if some dude was just standing behind my back. That would be super weird. I could use the stall, but it's still uncomfortable. So yeah. Anyway, not very many physical changes, mental changes. Like I said, I've just been kind of depressed this last month, but using the urinal really made me feel a lot better. I have so much anxiety over the men's bathroom, but it's getting better, and I think it'll just continue to get better the more I do it. And yeah, I will make a video on the 4 STPs I have. If you're wondering what they are, I have the MSO Compact, the Jimmy STP, the Packer Gear STP, and the Santos STP. So those are 4 I'm going to review. And yeah, so anyway, look out for that video. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you guys later.